Hello, everyone. I hope all of y'all are at home, very, very safe and doing fine. So, let me start by introducing myself again. This is me, Dr. Munira. I'm a pediatric physical therapist and I'm the co founder of a company called Tickle Right Education. Tickle Right Education is a right brain development program where we do 20 to 25 activities with the kids every single hour, and each activity stimulates a different brain function. So, okay, that's enough about me, and I'm going to start my topic for today as to why are babies geniuses and your introduction of education to your little ones. But before we start, I highly, highly recommend that you check out my previous video on the BabyChakra app that is about the 5 tips and tricks to tap out your child's maximum potential. Okay, now that you guys are listening to this video, I already know one thing for sure, that you guys are great parents, because y'all are on this video to find out little tips and tricks as to how to better your kids. And I just want to commend you on that. I think sometimes people don't tell parents enough that, hey guys, y'all are doing a great job. And I just want to let you all know that. Okay, so let's start with, why are our babies geniuses? If you know me at all, there's one thing that you know about me, is that I strongly believe that all babies are geniuses, and this has some science behind it. Let's start. It has a lot to do with the way a child's brain is organized at birth. The kids, when they are the youngest, they have maximum neurons in the brain, and this is what gives them the maximum brain capacity. Also, they have excellent this is just science, I'm just telling you a little bit of scientific facts, that kids have the highest language skills, they have the most vivid imaginations, they have a very good balance to IQ to EQ, so on and so forth. But the point here is that it is very imperative for us as parents, as caregivers, to see to it that we preserve this genius of a child throughout adulthood, isn't it? Come on. So let me start by telling you how, if you, I know that everybody's doing a lot of things for the kids, but if I tell you that there are lots of things that you can do with your baby since the time they're born. After 2 years, lots of activities are there any which ways. But under the age group of 2, most of the parents feel like, I don't think we can do much. Under the age group of 1, that list even narrows down further. And then you're like, no, I don't think we can do anything at all with our kids. Our kids are too young. And this is where I want to tell you guys, the younger your kids, the more their brain power. And I'm going to explain you with science and a little bit differently. Okay, so let's start with the first topic. If you want to provide a very holistic education to their kids, there's one thing that you should do, is expose them to all different kinds of music. Make music a part of their life. Now, we all know that we love music. It's fun, it's peppy. If you have kids of your own, you'll realize that kids learn so much faster through music, isn't it? It's absolutely true. Apart from that, kids who are exposed to music very early on in their life have better language skills, have better imaginative power, their literacy skills are higher. Language also brings out, the best of your moods. It's also said to have a lot of effect on your cognitive power, isn't it? So please see to it that you introduce music very, very early on in your kid's life. And now, so most of the parents are like, Mon, how should we do it? Can you tell us? You can do it anytime. So sing to your kids. As much as you can, sing to them in your regional languages, folk music, whatever be it. Apart from that, there are other things that you can do. Rhymes is something that we all play. A lot of times people don't include one very key important component of music, and that is exposing them to classical music. I don't mean only Indian classical, it could be Western classical, it could be your folk classical, whatever it is, expose them. That music is, scientifically proved to have a lot of positive effects on the kids' cognitive powers. So do that. Apart from, when you feel that, when should we do it? Turn them into dance parties. We have lots of Bollywood music. Some of them is garbage. Use the good kind of Bollywood music, of course, and, dance along with them. Expose them to classical music while you're putting them to bed. Put on those lullabies. A lot of times we hear that, we have these lovely shloks, we have these lovely surahs from the Quran. They're very meditative. So something like that at bedtime, excellent. But see to it that you're exposing your kids to music. Apart from that, I would also like to tell you that expose your kids to musical instruments. If you as a parent are privileged enough to know how to play an instrument, please, please, dear parents, play that instrument for your child. Kids are very observant. They're going to pick up a lot of beats and rhythms. They're going to bond with you better. So start doing that. And apart from that, I advise all of you all to, when the kids are younger, they're just ready to sit and dabble on their own. Give them percussion instruments, give them like drums, give them pots and pans, and let them bang and smack and have lots of fun. Yes, that is their first introduction to music. So give them a lot of percussion instruments like your tabla, your djembe, your bongos. It could be anything. If you don't have anything, you always have your pots and pans at home. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Teach your kids languages, lots and lots of languages. We as Indians are so privileged because on an average, all Indian homes are well versed with 3 to 4 languages. And that is amazing. People who are bilingual or multilingual are, scientifically, it's proven fact that they have very radiant personalities. They have better problem solving skills. In the long run, if you're a bilingual or a multilingual, you have lower rates of cognitive decline as well. Means your brain is remaining young for much longer. And now, a lot of times, parents ask me, but Miss Munira, isn't it harder for the kids to learn these languages? Actually, no, it is not hard. It is so much easier for the kids to learn languages than it is for us. I'll give my own example. I was learning German and it was so hard I gave up. But does a child in Germany feel that German is hard? Scientific guys, please stay with me. There's a critical period for language. And if you see the graph is very high for the first 0 to 1 is the highest. Then from 1 to 3 years, the graph is pretty good. Then 1 to 7, it lowers a little, but it's still pretty good. And after that, it steeply declines. So up till 7 years, you can teach as many languages as you want to your child. The more, the better, So please teach your kids lots of languages. It is very, very important. It's doing a lot of good for them, their brain, for their body, for their communication skills, everything. Only to speak in English. We only speak English at home. And, we don't even let other people talk in languages. They make it sound like knowing other languages is a bad thing. Let me tell you, please see to it that your child is speaking that cultural language. See to it that your maushi who comes home speaks in Marathi, your dadu dadi are speaking in Marwari, you guys know English, speak in English. And no, the kids are not getting confused. Your kid's brain is 1,000 times smarter than yours. In fact, when the kids are younger, that's the only time they can pick up language like this. Imagine if tomorrow I just start speaking in Arabic to you, it's going to be so hard for you to understand. But if I start speaking in Arabic to your 2-month-old child, by the time he is 2 years old, he will be fluent in Arabic. That's exactly the way a brain is built. More languages are good. It doesn't matter what language you do. You don't have to enroll your kids for expensive Mandarin or Spanish classes. As many cultural languages is good. If you have the privilege to, to any other language, fantastic. Yes. Secondly, your kids are not getting confused. Don't for a minute think that they're getting confused. No. Not happening. Your kids are very, very easily picking up the languages, way easier than you and me are going to pick up. Yes, languages are good. They're your best friend. Brain boosters, amazing. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, supporting curiosity in kids. This one's my favorite because I'll tell you why. Because anything naughty that the kids do, my parents go like, don't do that. Samara, no. Raj, no. Ahana, not that. Stop making the noise. Guys, do you realize our kids are very curious by nature? They're very eager to learn new things. So they take all these plates and they are like smack and they drop them because they want to see what happens. And you go like, Jesus, Samara, I just told you, and you drop the plates. We get angry at them. But you realize it could have easily been an experiment on gravity. Or your kids take all the pots and pans in the house and smack it and bang it and turn all the time, and they're creating this havoc. And you're like, geez, guys, stop it. I'm tired. What is this noise? But did you think that it was a great, great experiment on acoustics? We don't think like that, isn't it? So the next time your kids are doing something, encourage that curiosity. Give them a base to at least think that they smack these pots and pans. And then why did you do that? Did you like the sound? Where did the sound come from? And do it. A lot of times we get very irritated when the kids are asking questions. Most of the parents tell me that, Moon, we are tired. Our kids are like, this question, and Mama, why this? And Papa, why this? Why the sky is blue? And why the grass is green? It's okay. If you don't know the answer, it's okay to tell them, I'm sorry, my child, I don't know this answer. But it you can go back and research yourself, right? Or you could give it up as a little home module for your kids that, hey, why don't you find out and tell me? And come, let's research about that. Your curious kid goes like, Mama, I love bugs. And you'll be like, yee, how creepy. But your child loves bugs. Do some experiment on bugs. Give him some worksheets on bugs. It's great. It's great to enhance that curiosity in them. If your child likes a particular topic, please encourage them to research more about it and, talk about it passionately. Like, please encourage that passion. And next time they come to you curiously with that question, then Mama, why this? Don't say like, please go to Dada. Find out that answer and explain it to them. Okay? Awesome. Next one is my favorite topic, reading. Reading is not meant for kids who are just like 1 year, 2 years of age. You can start reading to your newborns. Reading, we all know that reading is fantastic for the kids, for their vocabulary, for their brain, for their IQ level. I don't have to go in that. But let me tell you how exactly can we go about, certain things. Like reading to newborns. A lot of the time parents are like, Miss Munira, my child is 3-day-old and you want me to read something, but I don't think my child's going to understand anything. And you're right. Probably your child is not comprehending all the words you're saying. But what they are doing is they're listening to the tone of your voice, who that voice is coming from. It's very soothing. They start to relate to you that, that's my mama, that's my papa. So you're creating that bond. Very, very important. Okay. The second thing is prepping your child to read. Now, if you ask me that, okay, Miss Munira, I'll read to my newborn, no problem. But what should I read? Some very simple books, right? Because how can I read complicated stuff? Wrong. As I just said, that the kids are not comprehending too much. They are listening to the beats, rhythms, tone of your voice, the inflections of your voice. So you can read absolutely anything. You could read a newspaper article that you are reading. You can read them your favorite Eric Siegel love stories. It could be anything. It doesn't matter. Yes. Also, one more thing. What happens is, why I'm asking you to read adult articles is our books have longer sentences. So if you're reading longer sentences to your kids' attention span is going to increase as well. Yeah. And if you read to your kids every single day, from the time they're born up till the age of 5, you would have exposed your child to 1.4 million words. That's a lot. Imagine what it's doing for the brain, yeah? Okay, let's move on to the next one. They start relating to emotions, through reading. I'll give you an example how, we express our emotions while we are talking. So imagine you guys give me a cupcake and you're like, Munu, can you try this cupcake and tell me how it is? And I'll be like, that's good. Or I go like, that's good. You get the point? Just the way I said it, it makes so much of a difference. So kids are starting to relate to that, one sentence can mean different things, the way it is said. Yes? So that is happening. Okay. Now that we have spoken about all of this, now you're going to be like, okay, but how should we read? One is reading to your kids. So as I said, you can read anything. Once your kids are of reading age, you feel that, okay, they're sitting a little bit by their own, somewhere around 6 to 8 months with support. By own means they're sitting supportedly. You can start reading with them. But you'll be like, but my kids don't know A, B's and C's. How are they going to read by themselves? So there are two parts to reading. One is phonetics that school does. The other part is when you want to start introducing reading to very young kids, you use sight words. Yes? So I'll show you what are sight words and then I'll tell you how it's supposed to be done. Okay. So guys, look at that. That's my sight word set. Look at this word. That's daddy. What's that word? Daddy. Then you move on to smile. That's the word smile. Oh, a big one. Confounding. Bedazzle. These are the way I make my sight words. It's very easy when your kids are younger. You make them nice and big. You put them in red or black, very clear. Don't make it cursive or something. It's not very clear. Keep it in very clear print. Keep it big, but I have not written in uppercase. I've written it in smaller case. Most of our books have everything written in smaller case. So while you're reading to your kids, do this. Keep it very fun for them. You can make any words. One more thing, please, again, don't think that you have to make simple words like to, the, from. No, you can keep any words that you like. If you want to introduce your kids to the words like mommy, daddy, love, grandma, grandpa, poha, chocolate chips, something like that, you can make your own set and you can start introducing to your child. You must do these words around 3 to 4 times a day, no more than 10 to 15 seconds. Also, respect your child. If your child is irritated and doesn't look in the mood, please don't force them to look at these sight words. Also, you can stick up your sight words in your house, and that would be fantastic. You may wonder that, Miss Munira, my kids are a little older and they're getting a good hang of the sight words. How do we progress? So I'll tell you what we do. Even at Tickle Ride, I'll show you one of my Tickle Ride books. So when we want our 18-month-old kids to read, this is something that we would make. So my one page has only the words, and then I would have pictures. Sometimes what happens, if there are too many pictures and words, the kids are focusing on the pictures and not the words. So this is how we prefer it. So look, there are many different theories on how the universe started, but the most known one is the Big Bang Theory. Look at that. So I'll turn the page, and then you have your, ta-da, that's your Big Bang. Let's read one more page. Okay. The Big Bang is actually a big explosion that occurred over 10 to 20 billion years ago when nothing else existed. Yes, so that's one more picture, and nothing else existed. Look at that. Look at that. No earth, no moon, nothing. Yes, so something like that. You can keep making your own sight words. You can make your own books and keep doing it with the kids. So please read lots of things to them. It is very, very good for their brain in the long run. Okay, so let me quickly take you through a recap of what we did. Languages, very important, lots of them. If people tell you that, no, it's not good for them, you want to put them in an English school, only speak in English. No, speak in English. Two parents speak in English at home. Dadu Dadi, another language. Kaka, another language. Driver Saab, another language. Expose them to a lot of languages. I promise you, it is so good for them. You're raising a smarter kid just by doing that, exposing them to languages. Second thing is reading. Very, very, very important. I cannot stress enough. I've already given you an idea as to how to go about reading. Next is your music. Expose them to a lot of different music. And the last one is curiosity. Never let the curiosity die. I hope you guys had fun, and until our next video. So it's me, Munira, signing out. Happy learning. Bye-bye.